Alrighty, welcome back YouTube, welcome back Stackers. Here we are, great day. We are here in Quakertown, trying to switch it up here a little bit. Should be a fun day. I usually don't find that much stuff here, but there's actually like a horse ranch rescue thrift store that's on the way home that I like to stop off at. Usually, if you can get there when they put stuff just out, if you can get there when they just put things out, you can sometimes find a great item for only $1 or $2. You guys might remember I picked up a pair of hockey skates a while back, maybe 6 or 7 months ago. I think I flipped them for like 220 bucks, like $180. I think I only paid like $4 or $5 for them. So it is one thrift store that I don't think they do a lot of researching. They don't search their items. They don't look them up on eBay. They just put them out because it's a donation store. Unlike Goodwill, which is one store I know a lot of people have asked me to go check out. I don't really shop at Goodwill. There's just, you know, there's nothing for me. It's everything's overpriced and everything's already searched. Salvation Army is a little bit different, and that's where we're at, Salvation Army. So let's get into this. I'm going to try hit up that Weigh and Pay thrift store and check that one out as well. Let's see what we find today. Let's do it. Alright, so I think I only really got 2 things here. This one I'm putting back. It has a couple stains, but it was one of those FDNY t-shirts. But this is not a Firehouse t-shirt, which I've talked about a couple times. The Firehouse t-shirts sell pretty well. These are just, I think they're just mass produced. So that's going back. This is one brand, if you guys sell brands, to always grab, and that's Vineyard Vines. It has gone downhill a little bit, but it's still a very desirable brand. And if you sell brand name stuff, this is a good one because there's a good following, as well as there's a couple other, like, I don't even know, Southern Tide maybe might be a brand. And I grabbed one sweatshirt just for filler sakes. That's one big jewelry box. Wow. I guess you put your watches in there. When I did that clean out for the storage locker, a guy had one similar to this, and they were all watches hanging up there. So I guess that's what that's for. They want 10 bucks for this one. Oh, wow, that's kind of old. 1986. It's a youth style hat. It's not an adult hat, so I'm not going to grab it. I don't really do much in kids stuff because it's much more difficult to sell, in my knowledge, except sports jerseys seem to always sell. Alright, Karen Sure Thrift Shop. This is the Weigh and Pay, and then they have a nice store over there. It's called Variety Store. We'll check that out shortly, but see if we find any bargains in here. Empty. It's kind of cool. It's like a little gas can. Lots of clothes. Oh, finds its way. But I did get some brass. It's not really $4, it's whatever, 49 cents a pound. So I figured I can always triple my money in scrap value if I don't sell it for $4. I think brass is like $1.40 a pound, so about triple my money. And then I got, obviously, the t-shirt. They do have a ton of CDs here, and I've sold a bunch this year, but these are like classical music and video games or computer games, like Bob the Builder. Bob Builds a Park. So I'm way past on the CDs, and obviously VHSs are a dying art. This is their silent auction area. It's a whole stamp collection. It's a lot of stamps. This is really cool. It says World War II Liberty Ship Hatch Door Table. So it is repurposed into a table. I guess that was a hatch door in World War II. Very interesting. Some wrestling figurines, a nice wooden bucket, Legos, whole bunch of Legos. Very, very cool. Very cool. I have no idea what's going on here. Alright. This is where I wanted to go. I mean, they always have good stuff here. Thank you for your business. As of 9, the store will be closed for 1 to 2 weeks for an annual shutdown. Well, that's no fun because I was actually really hoping to get some stuff in there. But part of the thrift store life, it is what it is. Alright, thrifting's done for today. We're over here at Wegmans. A lot of people have asked me recently, where do I get my tape from? It's been about 6 months since I've been here and shown you guys where I get my tape from, but I get my tape from Wegmans. Kind of really weird about it, but it's high quality tape and it's really cheap. Alrighty. Well, I need 2, so it's $7. I guess it's made by Seal It now. It used to be made by the post office. So here you go. 1 roll right here is $6. 1 roll down here, or 3 rolls, is $7. The unit price per cubic foot is 70 cents. This one is a little over $3. $3.04. So it's can't really do the math off my top of my head, but I think this is like you get 6 times as much. 4 times as much. 5 times? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to grab 2 of these. Should probably grab 3, but I'm not going to be that guy and take it all. I'll leave that for someone else. But this is where I get my tape. Nope. Alright. Kind of hard to do this with one hand. This is where I get my tape. It's really good quality tape. It's cheap. One thing with tape is something you don't want to be cheap about in terms of quality, because if you get really bad tape, it's not going to be good. You're going to have packages opening in the middle of docking stations, and you're not going to be happy. Okay, so made it back home. Didn't really find much today. I was very surprised that one store was closed. It was closed for renovation or something like that. Reality speaking, I think that store should be bigger. It's kind of like a little walk-in boutique kind of store, but I don't know what they're doing. Other than that, Quakertown trip is usually a slow one. I wanted to just talk about this. Well, there we go. This Vineyard Vines shirt. Vineyard Vines kind of goes along with the prepwear clothes. There's a lot of prepwear brands. You have Patagonia, LL Bean. I think it's called Southern Tide, as well as Vineyard Vines, and there's a couple other. These brands sell extremely well. The biggest thing about them is if you have the patch logo or their logo for whatever brand it is. So I did have as hair just falls off of my head. I did have a Vineyard Vines, I think it was like a teal or turquoise fleece, and it had a patch on it. You guys might remember from a couple months ago. That eventually sold. I think I sold like for 25 or 30 bucks. Same with LL Bean. LL Bean, if you have the patch, it's going to sell. Patagonia is the same deal. A lot of these brands, they don't sell very well if you just have the name on it. So if this just said Vineyard Vines and did not have the whale, I probably wouldn't have grabbed it. And that's because a lot of people just like it for its logo. Ralph Lauren was at one time really, really hot on the resale value. Ralph Lauren polos, as long as I had the polo itself, sold very, very well for me at one time. The ones that said Ralph Lauren across did not sell well. So a lot of people just like to buy it for the logo itself. It's kind of like a statement. If you ever come across Vineyard Vines, I would highly suggest picking it up, especially if you do eBay. I know a lot of people try to constantly feed information on what does sell for themselves and what might sell best for them on eBay. I would say try to find logo brands, logos themselves, especially for the prep wear community. I don't know what this shirt goes for. I think brand new is probably a $35 or $40 shirt. It's kind of a very expensive brand. It's kind of like a mall brand as well, or a higher end mall brand. You see it a lot in the South. A lot of southern schools wear Vineyard Vines. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. It's been a fun one as well. And if you want to see more thrifting videos, definitely subscribe if you haven't already. As always, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.